Welcome, everyone, to our second episode of Firelink Podcast. This is Brenda, and I'm here with my husband, Moises.
Hello. And first off, we just want to thank you guys for all the love and support you showed us with our first ever podcast. I know it's pretty new, and I don't know if it was something different that you guys haven't heard before, but we definitely enjoy hearing your guys' feedback, all your love and support, and we definitely appreciate it very much. And that's what is going to keep us going into recording more podcasts.
Yeah, it was really exciting to hear people's feedback, and I really like that. I honestly I didn't think that so many people are gonna listen to it, but you guys did, and we are so thankful for that. So hugs to all of you.
Yeah, just hugs.
Hugs.
Nothing else. And likes on Facebook. That's it.
Yeah.
But today we're going to talk about something that maybe people who are, what do you say, 25 and under?
Yeah.
25, like 30 and under,
Uh-huh.
might relate to. And I think any other generation can relate to this as well. But we're going to talk about the differences in basically what we see in our children, how they're growing up, what they're doing. And when it comes to like activities, how they're making friends, what they do, what they find entertaining.
Yeah.
Compared to how we grew up, how we made friends, and what we found entertaining, what we did activity wise. So yeah.
And okay, so this is because of what we saw this past weekend with our son. Like, some pretty funny stuff going on with these kids nowadays.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, I'm pretty sure you do if you have kids. Kids that are what age? Between 6 and older?
I would say maybe like 8.
Yeah, 8 and older.
Maybe.
Even
I don't know.
adults.
Yeah.
Even adults playing this, what's it called? Fork and knife?
Not
Fork knife, right?
Fortnite, like not fork, not what you eat with.
Like fork and a knife.
Our son gets really mad when he says, "Oh, you're playing Fortnite again." He's like, "It's Fortnite." Like fort.
But yeah, so how we came up with this thought and how we thought that it would be a good topic to talk about is Friday night, our son came home from school, and as usual, there's no homework on Fridays. So all they want to do is chillax and do whatever they want. And all he wanted to do was play Fortnite.
Yeah.
All night, all afternoon. As soon as he got home from school, right?
Yeah, like he was. So because there's no homework on Fridays, like I allow him to do whatever he wants, because during the week, I mean, he doesn't really get to play because he has a lot of homework, and he does go to sleep early. So he got home and he was like, "Yay!" Like freedom, and it was hilarious because you saw him, right? Like he started playing as soon as he got home, and then like I gave him food, and he was eating it while he was playing.
That's crazy.
I was like, dude, like take a second to just eat your food and then play after.
Yeah.
But no, like, and and it was pizza and it got cold.
Ew. I mean,
come on.
pizza's still good when it's cold.
You love pizza no matter what.
Yeah.
I don't, but I don't know.
But I remember, because when I was growing up, I had video games too. But they were not like Fortnite. There was a story behind it. There was a goal that you were for sure gonna reach one way or another. Fortnite is like you just need to be number one and that's it, over and over and over again.
I'm pretty sure there's like goals behind it. No, like I don't think we know enough about Fortnite to say like it's just what we see when he's playing.
It's just to be number one. That's all it is.
And be the best builder.
Not even.
I mean, like that, because that's all I hear him say. Like, "Oh, mom, I need to practice building," and I'm like, "Well, practice with your Legos." He has a bunch of Legos. Like,
That's
practice
true.
with that.
But yeah, that got us thinking of how we spent the Friday night after school. And I know since we have somewhat of an age gap between us, yours might have been different than ours. I think not that much different.
And maybe the difference is that I'm a girl and you're a guy.
Maybe. That's true.
I think that would be the difference.
But what's crazy also is that this generation is the first generation that's growing up with technology all around them. Like when I was born, there was no internet.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when I was 7, that's when like the Y2K thing happened and all the computers started happening, whatever. Like where the internet blew up.
Yeah.
And I was 7. And even then, like the internet was for people who that was a luxury for people. Like now it says, what's your Wi-Fi? Like everywhere has a Wi-Fi. A doghouse has a Wi-Fi.
It's weird when somebody doesn't have Wi-Fi, huh?
Yeah.
Like you show up to somebody's house and if they don't have Wi-Fi, you're like, why?
How are you living?
Like what?
Like you want to give him change.
You're so mean. Like I wonder what the kids. I mean, kids nowadays, like I think they express themselves very well. Where if they don't have Wi-Fi, they're asking why. Like, what? Why don't you have Wi? I wonder what they would have said. Or have you? I know you see these all the time, like the little kids where they show them what the internet used to be, and they're like, "How do you turn this on?"
Yeah.
The computers and where's the Wi-Fi?
That's funny because today I just watched a video of teenagers.
Teenagers?
Getting shown like an old PC, a VHS,
old ones?
yeah, VCR where you play the VHS tapes,
Uh-huh.
a Walkman, like a cassette player, and they were like, "What is this?"
And they don't know how to use it.
No.
They're like, "How do I turn this on?" And
Yeah.
it's hilarious to see that.
Like it's crazy to see how much technology has come
Mm-hmm.
from like 15 years ago to now.
Yeah.
How much has evolved. But yeah, so walk us through what a Friday night was for you when you were our son's age, which is 9.
9. I don't even remember that far back, but I think a lot of my weekends were the same, kind of. I would spend them. So where I lived, my aunt, she lives on the other street, and they still live there. And I would always like just walk over and play with my cousins. We would definitely play outside, no matter. Sometimes it was cold, it could be raining. Unless it was like pouring, then we would stay inside. But no matter like the weather, we would always be outside. And they have some neighbors that would always play soccer, and we would always join. Like, we were the only 2 girls all the time. We were very, well, I don't want to say tomboyish.
You just grew up around a lot of boys.
A lot of boys. And the girls that we did hang out with, like, we would fight with them all the time. Like, even my cousin and I were always fighting. But I think that's just normal between kids. Like, you gotta have your differences.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just playing outside, being in our bikes, throwing rocks. I don't know, being bad.
Yeah, and when I was our son's age, 9, I would always be outside. I would never want to be inside. I thought inside, even watching cartoons, even though it was like cartoons were funny and I liked them.
You get bored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would want to go outside and play soccer. Like I remember, always every Friday night, I would just want to get home, wait for like I guess the afternoon,
Yeah.
the evening, eat dinner, and then go straight outside. And me and my brother we had friends. We were kids from the block, and we would always play soccer in the street, like where cars pass by.
Oh, you were those kind of kids.
Yeah, and we always had those neighbors that if the ball rolled into their front lawn, they would get mad.
Really?
Yeah. And would break stuff too. So.
It was no wonder. I would be mad too.
And also, if we were not like in the street playing soccer, my brother would be in our backyard. playing soccer. Because we had those old school, ¿cómo se dicen? Like tendederos or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Like it was a
where you
pole and a
hang your
pole,
clothes.
and there was like,
Wire.
yeah, like wire, and you would con broches or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were old school like that.
Do you remember when Abel saw his like those that you're talking about at your
Tendederos?
mom's? Do you remember what he said
What?
the first time he saw it?
No.
He was like, "What's that for?" Is it for the birds?
The birds.
Yes, he thought because like some
Yeah.
apparently like the birds are on the electricity thing. Like he
Yeah.
thought those were for the birds, and I was like, "No, dude, that's where people hang their clothes."
Yeah.
Like he didn't know. He didn't think that there wasn't any dryers before.
Because there was always a dryer in his life.
There was.
Exactly.
Isn't
remember-
that crazy?
I remember living in an apartment and we shared the tendedero.
With the other people?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just make your own?
What do you mean? Because
Hang
it's
your clothes
apartments.
inside.
I don't know. Like it wasn't even an apartment. It was like a. I've told you before. It's like
A
it's
duplex?
the entrance, and then like right in front of the entrance, like you have the little tiny living room,
Uh-huh.
and right in front of the living room, like there's a bed.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
where
totally.
that's my mom's bed. That was my mom's bed, and then there was a wall. And then in the other room, that was I guess my brother and sister's room. I always slept in the couch. And then it was the bunk bed for my brother and sister, and their TV in their entertainment center. And then this big wall was a closet for everyone. Everyone.
Even your mom?
Even my mom.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then it was a little tiny restroom. And then it was a kitchen, dining room, in the same room.
I can literally picture that. Like,
Yeah.
like it being the size of Emma's bedroom.
It wasn't close to the segundo barrio, so
No.
I grew up in the hood.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
But yeah, that was my Friday night. I mean, I would always want to be outside.
What about Saturday morning? Like
Those were the
cartoon
best.
mornings.
Those were the best because your parents would sleep in,
Uh-huh.
so you felt like free. Everyone would be asleep, and the cartoons were on.
And you cannot wake up your parents. Like,
Yeah.
you cannot on a Saturday morning go and be like, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
You couldn't.
So you would get like a bowl of cereal, turn on the TV, and watch your favorite cartoon.
Uh-huh. Until they woke up.
Yeah, like
So
Dragon
that
Ball
you could
Z.
go outside.
Yeah. So you could ask permission to go
To
outside.
go outside.
Yeah.
Like you already took care of the breakfast. You're ready to go. Just wait. Watch cartoons till they wake up.
Yeah.
That's true.
Which shows would you watch? I would always watch like Dragon Ball Z.
In the morning?
Yeah. Like Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes I remember watching in the morning.
The Beaver Show or whatever. That
don't-
Beaver Show.
I think my cartoons were very
Cat-
different from
Cat and
yours.
Dog.
My morning
Cow and Chicken.
cartoons were like...
Ren and Stimpy.
Did you have cable?
No.
Oh.
It was all Spanish.
Oh. That's why.
Yeah.
No, I think
Dexter's Laboratory.
I watched...
Powerpuff Girls. Hey, listen.
Powerpuff Girls,
Powerpuff Girls was not a girly show. That was a...
I would watch that.
Yeah, mojojojo. You remember him?
It's so weird.
Yeah, mojojojo.
Oh, babe. Anyways.
But now, like our kids don't even watch cartoons anymore. And if they are, it's super weird. Like we were watching that. Remember that hot dog one?
Yeah.
It was like a hot dog. What else? It was two normal kids,
Uh-huh.
and they were like recreating
I
popcorn.
kind of like that cartoon.
That was weird. That's weird.
And you know what? Like the only reason why he was watching that was because I said, "No Fortnite, let's watch
yeah.
something." And usually I'm the one putting the cartoons in the morning. Like I want to feel like those Saturday mornings. But no, like they don't. They wake us up no matter what time it is. They're like, "We're hungry, wake up. It's time to wake up." I'm like, "Dude, let me sleep."
True.
So it doesn't matter to them.
No.
They're just like, we're gonna do what we want to do.
Yeah. And afterwards, you would go out and be with your friends all day long.
Yep. Just come and eat when you got hungry.
Yeah. I remember we always had a friend. He was never at his house. He was always with us and at our house. Like it was my mom's third child.
Really?
Yeah.
That's probably me. I was never at home. I spent a lot of my vacation and weekends and stuff with family. A lot of it.
But it's crazy because this kid, he had more than us, but he never wanted to be home. Like I guess he was in between my generation and our son's generation.
Mm-hmm.
He was in between. So he was in between like, oh, it's cool to play outside, but it's also cool to play inside.
Mm.
And he always had the best video games. So we always wanted to go over, but he never wanted to be there. He always
So
wanted...
what you do? Like, oh, bring it over here then?
No.
No?
Like we would just be outside, just play around. I remember like almost every single night, his mom would have to knock in our door.
Asking for him?
Yeah, and sometimes if he wasn't with us because we didn't go out or whatever because we were grounded, and he would still be out. And the way we knew is because his mom would come ask for him at our house. Like she always came first to our house, looking for him.
Aww.
Yeah.
And what would he do? Go with other friends?
Yeah, I mean we had like the same friends. He always played with us soccer, so it's pretty cool.
I really want you to talk about what what you told me about you going outside by yourself. Just
Why?
I think that's so weird, man.
Why is that so weird?
Because, like, tell them what you said.
Okay, well,
Let them
that was when I was like in my teenage years. Like,
how old? How old were you?
I think I was a freshman, sophomore, around those times.
Okay,
So I
so
was
let's
16.
picture this. So Moises as a freshman, sophomore, around what, 14, 15?
15, 16.
15, 16.
Yeah.
And then what would you do?
I was bored at home, so I would just go out and see which friends wanted to come out.
That's not what you said. You said that you would go outside
And walk
and
around.
walk around
Yeah.
because you were bored.
Yeah, and I would go to my friend's house, to my friends' houses, and knock on their door and, hey, you want to do something?
But you didn't tell me that part. So I'm over here picturing
Just me walking alone.
16-year-old Moises
I walk a lonely road, the only
walking
one.
around the block. Just like if me as a mom, I would see that, I would
Hey.
be like, "Oh my goodness, that's so weird."
Well, now, because now even sending our kid at home, like, just walking around alone is kind of iffy. But back then, like, even, like, there was no trackers on their phones. I had no phone at all.
That's true.
And I would just go out on my own.
That's another thing. Like, they don't understand the struggle.
What struggle?
The struggle of not having a
Oh,
cell phone.
like an entertainment? Yeah. On hand?
Yeah, not even just you know, to even call your friends. Like,
Yeah.
you would have to use the house phone
Yeah.
to call people.
I remember I wanted a cell phone so bad when I was like 15-ish. And luckily my sister got employed by a cell phone company. Altel, you remember Altel?
Yes.
Like that's how old it was.
Oh my
Like it was a
goodness.
flip phone. But I
How
felt so
old were
cool with
you?
it. 15, I think.
See, I didn't
15,
get a
16.
cell phone till I worked for it. I was 18 when I got my first cell phone.
That's just 3 years apart.
But I had to work for it. I had to actually get a job.
I
And-
had to get good grades
I
to
okay.
keep my phone.
What do you tell our son all the time?
What?
That is part of your responsibility regardless.
Getting good grades?
Uh-huh. So, you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
That's his. Like, that's what he has to do to earn it. I didn't do that.
Wow. No. Like, oh, I got good grades, so I get a cell phone. No, I got straight A's, top of my class, and I still didn't get no cell phone. So, see, there's a
graduated.
difference right there.
I graduated like the top 10% of the bottom. JK, I have no idea. But I got a laptop.
And see, like, I'm a girl, so you would expect my parents to be like, you know what? You need to have a phone because who knows? And no, I didn't have no phone at all. I used the payphone a lot, for sure. Did you ever use those?
A payphone?
Yeah.
No.
No?
Ask our son that question. He will know what it is.
You know, it was so funny because I would have a curfew and I didn't have a cell phone. I didn't have a watch. I was outside. So I would like find a payphone and call the operator to ask for the time to make sure that I got home on time.
Dang.
See?
I just asked my friend. Like, ¿qué horas son?
I don't think my friends had cell phones either.
No.
And we were like out somewhere.
Yeah, my friends did. I just went to their house.
No, I didn't go to their house. We would go to like other places. So, huge difference right there.
Yeah.
I wonder what
What was your first phone? I already told you I had a flip phone.
a Razor.
You had an iPhone, like what an iPhone was back then. Like if you had a Razor, that was the best phone you ever had.
That was because I worked for it.
Exactly.
Remember that. I understand nobody bought it for me. Obviously, if I'm going to buy myself a phone, I'm going to go with whatever is best at the time. And
I remember my second phone was a Sidekick.
mine too.
That was so cool. Like,
Yeah. I only
Like-
got that phone because of that.
you never got a text and you would just,
Yeah.
oh, let me check my phone. Oh, cool. It's nothing. Remember the game it had the little ball?
Yeah.
The little yellow ball
Yeah.
game?
Uh-huh.
Then my third phone, that's when like smartphones started coming out. Like the first smartphone was one of those sucky touchscreen ones.
I don't know.
No,
I
like
don't remember.
it wasn't like it is now that it reads your finger. Like you needed to have a pen, and like the screen would go in.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
No, I don't remember
No?
that.
I never had one, but I I remember seeing my friends have them, and I would be like you could hear the clicky.
Remember how you had to use like the same number for 3 letters, like A, like if you wanted to spell Brenda,
Yeah.
2. I don't know what the R is. I don't remember, but that
You'd
was
be
a
like,
struggle.
Imagine doing that in class and people would text fast.
Yeah.
I remember having one because I got my phone taken away, but we had like this. It wasn't a flip phone, but it was like, I guess a Nokia, but it wasn't a Nokia. It was super small.
Uh-huh.
But I got my phone taken away, so I took that one, and I used it behind my mom's back. That's pretty cool.
I remember using my mom's phone that she got when I was I think I was in middle school. And it was when the internet like barely, it was
You had to
started.
pay to
Yeah.
log into.
And
The
I
internet
had
through
no idea, so I was like, wow, like this is so cool, look. And she had like this huge bill because I got into the internet and I had no idea.
Sasquatch.
And she was so mad. I was like, I'm so sorry.
I remember the first time I got. Remember the iPod Touch.
Yeah,
That was my first Apple product, and I got it for my 16th birthday.
that's
I
when
think.
you became
I almost wanted to
addicted.
cry.
You
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah, because like I never got anything that cool,
Yeah.
and my sister got it for me, and I almost wanted to cry. And like I think I don't know if a couple months later or something, but I had to set up iTunes, and we didn't have like a laptop handy, or a good laptop, or a good like our PC was one of those bulky ones.
Mhm.
With a desktop, I mean desktops are normal now, but like the monitor itself was bulky
Yeah.
and super heavy.
Mhm.
And I couldn't connect iTunes there because it was super slow, and we had dial-up.
Yeah. The Running Man.
Yeah, and it was at a time where Wi-Fi was not normal, but I guess it was like a luxury.
Yeah.
And dial-up was like, yatta sakashi. That's what you could afford at the time.
You know what else? I was talking to your mom the other day, and we were talking about how our son had ate McDonald's for like 3 times in 1 week. There was this one time, and then we were like, I remember when I was young, we only went to McDonald's like when we would, maybe I would say 3 times a year. We would go to McDonald's, and your mom said the same thing. She
Yeah.
said like she wouldn't take you guys.
Mm-mm.
It was only like, I don't know.
Like, we learned to not ask for it.
Exactly.
And our kids ask for it. Like,
All
can
the
we have
time.
McDonald's?
Uh-huh. All the time. They want fast food all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I made food.
Yeah.
Eat it.
Like
He
back
still
then.
doesn't want to eat that.
Yeah. Like back then, if you didn't eat it, you didn't eat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come lo que quieras, pues. O come caca.
Babe,
Come caca, pues.
can you say that?
What?
That's gross.
Come poop. There.
It's true though. They're so. I mean, ours is very picky. Very. But so are you a little bit.
But not as picky. Like, I'm picky in what, not in what you make, but what it's in it. Like, I don't like onion. I don't like veggies. Like, he's speaking like you make a dish that he likes, but if at that moment he doesn't want it, he's not gonna eat it. Like, that's being super picky.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm just picky, like, if it contains those things, then I'm not gonna eat it.
But then that you don't like what makes the dish good. That's the wrong, like, not, that's a bad thing. Like, I have to cook stuff that that you like, but it makes it tastier with onion or
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
No, it does not.
Anyways, so
Onion is nasty.
what are other things? Walking. What about walking? Did you walk to school?
Yeah. Now when I lived in the hood, I didn't walk to school.
No.
I went to daycare though, so they dropped me off.
Mm.
I went to daycare. Yeah, they would drop me off. I remember one Saturday. It wasn't even tutoring. Was it even tutoring? I don't know, but like my 4th grade year, I was in Spanish class, but I was transitioning to English.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have math in English. So it would take me out of my Spanish class and take me to English or math, whatever, to English math, whatever. So one Saturday, I guess it was tutoring for that. And me and another friend had to go because it was 2 of us. So that Saturday, I have no idea. I think it was during the time that my mom was looking to buy her new house. And no one was going to be home. So I was alone. How old was I? 9, 10?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
Were you running around the house like Home Alone?
No. No. I was a very chill kid.
Right.
But yeah, my mom told me that either that day or the night before, like, aquí está la llave para que cierre la puerta enfrente. Because it was Saturday, so there was no daycare, so I had to go walking.
That means here's a key so you could close the front door.
¿Entienden lo que estamos diciendo aquí?
You don't know? Not everybody speaks Spanish.
So yeah, I remember, like, that's a lot of stress. It was stressful.
The key, yeah. Because if you lost it.
Yeah,
ooh.
like, I have Saturday school. I'm alone. I need to lock up the house. And through all that stress, I just left the house without locking the door. So I was like all chill, walking to school on Saturday. And I got to school.
And you remembered.
And I remembered.
And then?
So I started panicking. Well, not panicking, but I was like, oh my God, I have to go back super fast and come back super fast. So I ran home. Because it wasn't that far. It was like 4 or 5 blocks away.
Oh.
So I ran home, but I was running like my life depended on it.
Well, you did.
Not really.
I don't know. Your mom is kind of scary.
But yeah, I got home. I locked up the house and run back to school. I was so exhausted. Yeah.
Wow.
But I remember my breakfast sandwich my mom made me.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just something I remember from that memory.
But see, now, I mean, I understand it's a little bit different now when we let our kids walk, but we had this whole discussion, you and I, about should we let Abel walk home? And
And you didn't want to, and I did.
yeah.
Because I think kids nowadays are growing up in a way where they're not being challenged.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we had that discussion, me and you, and like, and how we grew up. Like, I grew up without a dad, without a father figure, going to daycare, not really having like my parents around that much.
Yeah.
So I had to be really independent. And if any of our families are hearing this, or anyone in my family is hearing this, they can correct me. But that's what I felt like. I felt like I had no parent there to help me with like homework or anything like that because my mom was always busy. I mean, she had to raise 4 kids on
And
her
we
own.
still got good grades,
Yeah,
right? I that's what I don't understand.
that's what I'm saying. Like kids are becoming too dependent on adults, and
Yeah.
at the same time, it's our fault as adults for giving that to them.
Yeah, because we do help our son with his homework
Yeah,
when he truly needs it. We know
but we help them.
when he's like, "Oh, I don't know how to do this." Like, "Come on,
Yeah,
dude. Like, I saw you do the same homework 2 days ago
yeah, but
by
we
yourself."
we help him in a way where he's learning, not in a way that we give him the answers.
Yeah.
Because a lot of parents, I think they do that. Like they don't want to deal with it, so they do it for them in a way. You know what I mean?
Maybe they just want them to get it right and get good grades.
Maybe. Because also parents are like very sensitive. Like I never seen myself as a parent that if my child got in trouble at school, I would go and be like, well, why is my child in school? He's perfect, whatever. Like
Stop.
what? Because that's who you are.
I don't say he's perfect. I
Like
just want to know what happened.
like that time he didn't get in trouble, but a kid got in trouble because he hit him. But at the same time,
It was his fault.
yeah, in a way. Like of course it's not the right way to take, but remember we talked that imagine if that was in real life,
Yeah.
who would be the right one there?
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And of course, school, you have adults around, so of course, go with an adult. But when he grows up and that thing happens, who's right there?
Yeah.
So that's the thing that like that's how I view, I guess, raising our child. Like challenge him as much as possible because when he's not with us, like that's when it's gonna be tough. And if he's not ready, then
Mhm. Do you remember seeing those sticks they would hit kids with at school before?
no.
No, you
I
never
never
saw
got it.
it.
Thank God. I never got it. I know my sister told me that she got hit.
I
Or
didn't
like
get hit, but I
they would
remember
put
seeing
books
it.
like this.
No way. They
Yeah.
did that at school?
I have no idea. I think so. Like they would put the kids on their knees
Uh-huh.
and make them like be like I don't know
Yeah.
what is this post called?
I don't know.
I can't translate it verbally. But like they would have to carry books on each like
Books.
thick books,
Yeah.
like textbooks
Like hold them
on
on
both
each
hands.
hand.
Yeah.
You know, my dad did that to my brothers, and I thought it was just my dad. I didn't think that they did that in school.
Yeah, I think so in school too.
So I remember my brothers being on their knees and holding. If he didn't have books, like he would give them, what are those things called?
What?
Concrete things.
Concrete blocks?
Yeah,
Bricks?
bricks. There you go. Sorry. Yeah, he
You
would.
play Fortnite, you know what a brick is? I'm pretty sure our son doesn't even know what a brick is.
But yeah, I remember that. I remember the sticks. I only saw it once, but I never saw anybody get hit with it. So,
And how would you make friends?
I don't know.
Because our kid makes friends via Fortnite
He does.
randomly, and he's like, "Can our friend request you?"
That's so true. I
And
mean, you're just somebody in your class. It was usually somebody in your class you would be friends with.
Yeah, someone who's sitting next to you. I remember my childhood friend before he moved over here his name was Oscar. It was pretty cool. It's a
Oh,
pretty cool dude. Shout out to Oscar.
Yeah, I remember a lot of my childhood friends. I still actually still
I was a
talk to
player when I
them.
was a kid. Like in daycare, all the girls that were like 10, like 10
Oh
years
my
old,
goodness, are
10
you?
years or more, I got game.
And then
I
what
didn't even have to
happened?
try.
And then what happened?
I got married with you. Mm.
What do
All
you
my
mean?
game goes to you, girl.
You did nothing though. Anyways, so
Hold up.
so back
That's what
to
got you interested in me.
so
Me not
back
doing
to
nothing. Hey, that's how I didn't do nothing before when I was a kid. I just showed up.
I just showed up and the girls
Yeah.
came.
Yeah, and the girls, literally.
Well, yeah, because it was daycare. Of course, the girls came.
Yeah,
The
but you're
parents
saying I
dropped
did
them
nothing
off.
and you got married with me. So you can tell me it didn't work.
So how did you make friends?
I just show.
I just showed up, and they came to you.
Yeah, no.
Calm down.
No, I mean, I would, if someone was in the street, like, hey, you want to play together? Play
Yeah,
soccer?
that's true. I
Yeah,
remember that.
that's it.
I remember just
In
playing with
school,
random kids.
I mean, our son makes friends in school, but like, I made friends that I can hang out with after school.
Uh huh. Like you made friends personally. He does too, but like he feels like his friends are his Fortnite friends.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you've never even met them.
Yeah, they're imaginary.
He's like, but they're. He's like, but they're cool. It's a cool dude. I'm like, you don't know. You don't know who they are.
Exactly. Like I heard him last time say, I trust you, bro. I trust you. I'm like, who's that? And it was a guy like India or whatever. Like, are you playing with a guy from India? And you saying you trust him?
Uh huh.
You don't know that kid.
But I do like that he gets to play with his uncle, my sister's,
Yeah. And then they tell us how he
and his cousin.
behaves.
Yeah, yeah, and 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 he also knows like he's not allowed to say bad words, and if he is heard saying bad words, like he's not allowed to play.
I think he grew up very similar in that sense when it comes to like majaderias, bad words.
Mm-hmm.
He grew up very similar to me because every time I saw another kid cuss, like
You're like,
I went to Juarez, and I'm like, what the,
did
like,
they say a bad word?
yeah, like my sister always says that I would go up to her and like, ¿por qué están diciendo malas palabras? Like, why are you saying bad words?
He does that too. He's like, Mom, they're saying bad words.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's them. Mute
yeah,
mute them.
mute them. I couldn't mute them when they were right there.
I know, but
He can.
he
Because
can.
they're Fortnite.
Yeah.
But mine was real life.
Mm-hmm.
In front of me, cussing.
Yeah. Even when I say one, like he'll be like, "Mom, stop saying bad words."
Mm-hmm.
Like, sorry.
I remember when like I got into 18, 19, I guess. My sister called me Way. And I was like, ¿Por qué me llamas Way? Because she never did.
Oh my goodness.
So I got offended.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of, a huge difference of how we grew up to them. And it's only gonna, like, change more.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder what kinds of things our little daughter's gonna go through as she gets older. It's gonna be scary.
So far, she's growing up very normal. I mean, the only thing that's like any other baby is growing up with is YouTube videos, YouTube lullabies. But I don't think that's as new because before there were DVDs. So you would buy them DVDs, like Barney DVDs, and you would play them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's that different. It's just more. It's just more. That's what it is. Like YouTube has more content.
Mm-hmm.
Before it was just like 5 DVDs you had, and she would pick one, and you would play it over and over again.
And I tried that, but I have this one DVD that I got. And
Was it that purple thing? That was creepy. I wouldn't even want to watch
and
that.
I played it. What do you mean? I played it for her. She didn't care.
Yeah,
She was like, I'm gonna do something else.
That's creepy. I remember growing up with Barney.
Yeah.
I mean, Sesame Street she liked. I grew up with Sesame Street. She like for a while she liked PBS.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't grow up with Pink Delicious. I grew up with
Well, no.
Cyber Chase.
With Piccolo. The Teletubbies.
Oh yeah, Teletubbies.
Those are creepy.
Always wanted to eat their pancakes. It was so delicious. They look so delicious. Arthur is still popular. What else? PBS.
I don't know. I don't remember.
What was that talking train? Thomas the talking train?
Uh-huh.
The talking
Thomas.
train? Is it the talking train or
No, I
or
don't
the
think
train
so.
that I don't know. Thomas
The
the train.
Blue Train.
Yeah, whatever. Blue's Clues.
Blue's Clues?
Blue's Clues was cool. I didn't know it was a girl. Did you know it was a girl?
No, for
Blue
real?
is a girl.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
This whole time. Then what about the purple one? Isn't there a purple one now?
That's just a friend.
But isn't she a girl too?
Yeah.
Oh.
But they're just friends.
Oh. Wow.
When I was a kid, I was like, dang, Blue got game. But nah.
Anyways. Yeah. And now the cartoons now, like the one you were talking about, the hot dog and the two kids.
But it's not PBS. That's like.
Oh, PBS.
I mean, Arthur's still there. Sesame Street's still there.
What is that other one? The Odd Squad?
Odd Squad's pretty cool. I even enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But like, dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, I remember on PBS. Was it PBS? This show called Zoom. Did you ever see it?
Things are with like kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they would do like all these cool stuff.
Sabumafu.
Yes. I always tried to do that and I could not get
What?
it.
Sabumafu?
Like no, like talk the way they would talk with the F, I think. Did you
What?
ever do that?
Do you know what I'm talking about? The show Sabumafu or whatever?
No.
The one with the leaper?
No?
You remember the Crowd Brothers or whatever?
Uh-huh.
They had a show before on PBS.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh. No, I was talking about Zoom, the kids.
I don't remember much about it.
And they
I
would
just-
talk with like they would put the F, the letter F between like I don't know. It was just
like every
if
vowel?
anybody else knows what I'm talking about.
Every vowel, no?
Like yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And
Like,
I did my
Mofo,
best.
Ifi, Sef, Fef, I don't know.
There
Something
was
like that.
oh my gosh, it would drive me crazy because there was this girl that was always talking like that.
Fluent.
And I had no idea what she was saying. It's like when you go to get your nails done and, you know, like the Chinese people are talking and you want to know what they're saying, but you don't. That's exactly what I went through with her. But, whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anything else? I don't know.
What are the differences do you see?
The
Remember
way they dress?
The hand games, remember the
Oh,
hand
the
games?
hand games
Like,
were fun.
instead of being on your phone, like, hey, dude, look at this. Like, you had to do that when you were in line to
Uh-huh.
keep busy.
Yeah,
Like,
those were fun.
¿cómo se llama? Like, me subo la, no sé qué, a la torre, toca la campana. Mi madre me regaña.
Oh my gosh, how do you remember that?
Because I did that.
That's so funny.
Like, I would always do that menso when I hit him in the head. That's pretty cool. Thumb wars.
Yeah.
And now, like, they share whatever. They share, oh, look at this video, dude. It's pretty cute.
You know what I heard our son do, which I remember doing that too. When
What?
you wanted somebody to hear, like they would ask you like, "What's your favorite song?" or like, you know, and then instead of just telling them the name of the song, you would play the song and then put it on the speaker, so they could hear the song over the phone or whatever. So then our son, like his cousin was asking him, "What's your favorite song?" He grabs his phone, he plays a song, he puts it on his headset speaker, and then he starts singing. So then I'm hearing him sing, and I'm like, dude, who are you singing to? He's like, no, me and my friends, we're singing the song because we like it. I was like, okay.
You know, one thing reminded me of what I did when I had a phone? Is that I recorded the song from the radio.
Oh, yeah.
So I could put it as my
As your
ringtone.
ringtone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that a lot too.
Like,
And he
dang.
did that too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why he has that song as his ringtone.
Yeah, now that you can download it, but he doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know that. Well, he does know. He probably knows. He just knows that he has to pay for it, and we're not.
Yeah. And nowadays you can have music wherever. Like I had to have a CD player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
And all the music I listened to was my brother's or my mom's, whatever she played. Pepe Aguilar.
Límite.
I have no idea. El
Mexican
Buki.
music. Yeah, I remember.
¿Qué más?
I knew all
Vicente
the songs.
Fernandez. And if you passed by, she was cleaning. And if you passed by, she would grab you to dance.
Really?
So you would always like try to sneak
that's
away.
so cute.
No,
Why not?
no.
Oh,
I would like sneak past her.
that's mean.
And if she caught me, I was like,
Abel does. Oh my gosh, you're so right. Cause I do that to Abel. Like, I song and I want to dance with him, and he's like, like he pretends he's a noodle.
yeah.
I'm like, dude, just dance with me. Nobody's watching. And why do they grow up so fast? Cause he used to dance with me.
You get cooler.
I would dance with my dad.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff that very different stuff
Yeah.
we've gone through. I can't wait to hear like everybody else's, what they remember. It'll be fun.
Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people 30 and under all played outside too.
Uh-huh.
Like they had to figure out how to have fun.
Yeah.
And now it's more accessible to kids.
Yeah.
But
we can't. I honestly, like, everyone, just whoever listens to this podcast, let us know what you guys did on your weekends and some of the stuff that, if you have kids, like, what do they do now? Like,
share it on our Facebook page. Let us know what you did as a kid compared to what your kid does now.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you don't have kids, then if you have nieces or nephews or
yeah.
I don't know, a friend that has kids.
What's our Facebook page name?
It's at Fire Lane Podcast. That's how you can search us and like our page. And we'll be posting our podcasts. We're looking into every Tuesday, because that's when we release the first one. So maybe every Tuesday, every Wednesday, sometime between the week.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, look out for that. And yeah, let us know on Facebook what you did as a kid compared to what your kid does now. Let us know, comment what type of topics you want us to talk about.
Yes, please. Let us know. And we're definitely working on getting our first guest for the next episode, so stay tuned on that. We kind of have somebody in mind, and hopefully it goes through, so really excited for that.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, that's it for this podcast.
Thanks, babe. Pretty fun.
Yeah, right? Got to relive our childhood.
I know.
Sounds good. Well, see you guys next podcast.
Bye.
Later.